Yo, what it do, Ghost Nation? It's your boy Ghost Rider. Welcome back to another episode of Ghost Movies. Now, on this episode, I want to talk about The Last of Us, episode 9, the season finale, man. This episode was fire. It was flames, and I love the connection between Joel and Ellie, aka Belly. It was fantastic to watch this, man. It was so good. And the way Joel took on the Fireflies after they took Belly from him, and they were about to open up her brain and stuff and dissect and try and get the cure from her brain. I'm like, are you serious? Nah, Joel ain't gonna let that happen. He ain't gonna let that slide. He's gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that she stays with him. That's his daughter. He acts like, to him, she takes the place of Ellie, of Sarah. Belly takes the place of Sarah, and he's going to do whatever it takes to protect her. That's a fact, and I respect that. You're in a post-apocalyptic world. You're trying to, protect this little girl that you were transporting. First, he looked at her as cargo, and now he actually cares for this girl. He's opening up to her, talking about Sarah and all this stuff. Now, I just want to give y'all just a little, overview of what I thought about the show. The show was fantastic from start to finish. This is the greatest adaptation of video game adaptation since Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal Kombat, and that Street Fighter movie that's so cheesy back in the day too. I love that movie too. I grew up with that movie. It is so good. And now I want to deep dive right into this episode. So without any further ado, let's look inside this episode 9 season finale. And here we go. Let's see what they talking about over here.
The thought experiment for the whole story is the unconditional
Neil Druckmann, creator, writer, executive producer.
Story to demonstrate what that means.
Is not just
I've heard that name before.
Beautiful parts of love. It's also about the dark side.
I want to know if he's one of the writers. I think he's one of the writers in Chernobyl, Neil Druckmann.
Ultimately can start with love.
The Last of Us inside the episode. Let's get it. Oh yes, I forgot to talk about Ashley Johnson. She's the voiceover character of Ellie. She's the original Ellie, and for her to be Anna as the mother in this episode was fire. And it's so crazy because Bella Ramsey actually looks like Ashley Johnson with the black hair and everything. Perfect.
It sort of brings the story around to meeting Ellie.
And who doesn't love Ashley Johnson, man? She plays Pike in The Legend of Vox Machina. She was in Blind Spot as the scientist, the smart analyst in the FBI headquarters. I love Blind Spot because of Ashley Johnson. And to find out that she's a nerd, I'm on board, man. For her to give birth to Ellie, it's just poetic justice coming full circle. You played Ellie in The Last of Us that came out in PS3. PS4, PS5, all those remasters. You were the voiceover. And now for her to be the mother who gave birth to the character that you played, it was beautiful.
By this point, watching the series, if you've played the game, you have a new Ellie.
I think this is how we found out that she's immune, because she gave birth to Ellie before she was infected. That's how Ellie's immune to those bites. It's crazy. And Ellie's been fighting and cursing and screaming and crying and carrying on since she was born. And here comes this bitch, Marlene, or whatever her name is.
This pandemic together, and finally realized that connection when Marlene walks into the room.
I'm so happy. Spoiler alert: Joel shot the shit out of her. I never liked Marlene in the game. Like I told you, I never played the game all the way through, but I did remember the character Marlene.
But I do think that a wonderful gift of the series is seeing these two best friends' final words to each other in those last.
Oh, y'all best friends, and you just had to kill her, right? You couldn't just let her turn into the damn thing, right? As her best friend, you made sure to take her out, even though you didn't want to.
To feel powerless.
Man, stop crying.
And Marlene certainly does in that moment, because Ellie is the child of her best friend since childhood. Who she had.
Man, this show is so good, Ghost Nation. Bam! Shot her. Baby start crying again.
Something that Neil told me about early on, and it made my jaw drop, and I said, we must do that. And that's how we began.
That, I'm not going to lie. That was emotional right there where she had to kill Anna. Ashley Johnson, I've been her fan since Blind Spot, man. Ashley Johnson is doing big things, bro. And she's a nerd. She's a sweaty like all of us, Ghost Nation. I love it. Love it. If y'all hear rain in the background, it's raining right now in New York. Y'all know how it is. Winter.
It's just this moment of beauty, so precious. It's
I'm telling you, I love Bella Ramsey since Game of Thrones, and for her to bring out this character of Ellie to live action, perfect casting. HBO know what they're doing. HBO is a class act. HBO don't make mistakes. Rarely do they ever make mistakes. When they put out banger TV shows, they make sure they bring it and they put the money into it. Look at that scenery, dog. Straight out of the video game. It's crazy.
We don't have to keep going. We just take you back with me. And she's saying, no, we have to go out and finish it.
We finish what we started.
And when Joe lied to her at the end, that was straight out of the video game.
I get emotional just thinking
Because even though I didn't finish the video game, I did try to watch some of the cutscenes on
True
YouTube
story.
or
How
online.
he got his scar. And it was not because some guy shot at him. It's because
I just hope that when we get season 2, that we don't get Abby or Abigail or whatever her name is, that chick with the big arms. I can't stand her character. I did not like The Last of Us 2 after what they did to Joel. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen again in this season 2.
Wasn't time that did it.
But I'll be watching. I'll be watching. Look at that connection, that bond.
In the hospital.
This scene right here in the
Marlene
hospital,
realizes
man.
This is not the Joel she knew because he has an emotional connection.
For this girl Marlene to say that she's indebted to him for bringing Ellie to them, and then to just throw him out of the fucking hospital and say shoot him if he tries to act up. Like, how dare you? How dare you?
More than everyone else. How love leads to emotions that can rage out of
Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, Joel is a savage, man. He's been killing dudes before this post-apocalyptic world, and he suffered so much. You could see it.
All of humanity or this one girl.
He's finally got his humanity back when he teamed up with Ellie, because he was so gone when Sarah died. Oh yeah, when he went through and started killing these fireflies, man, I was rooting for him, man. I was rooting for him.
Survival of humanity, essentially.
And I'm talking through this video because I know it's probably going to get copyright claimed. So if y'all want to go watch this video, you can always go on HBO's channel or YouTube, and you can watch this whole video yourself inside the episode. When he went through this hospital and he started killing every fool up in there, and the doctor's like, yo, I'm not going to let you take her. He said, bang! And he rescued his daughter.
Keep her safe forever.
That's his daughter. I don't care what nobody say.
No matter how hard you try.
Not biological daughter, but he probably he adopted her. And this scene right here, when he kills Marlene, dog,
The last shot.
she's a dumbass for putting a gun down.
What Ellie can gift the world.
Dumbass.
Joel, he is wrestling with his
When she dropped the gun
grief,
and tried to
he can't
open
see
up to this
past it.
dude, damn, he shot her right in the abdomen. Perfect timing. Shot her right in the abdomen. And then he put her in the car, and he went back and shot her right in the face. Bang!
Can explore and question, find the horror.
Because you know if he kept her alive, she would get more soldiers, and she would go chase this dude
This trust that is
to the ends of the earth to find him.
honest they are with each other and how much they learn to rely on each other.
Now, people are bitching, Ghost Nation, that there's not been a lot of zombies in this series. I'm like, yo, you're supposed to show the human side of it.
Joel does at the very end.
Every now and then you want to bring out the bloaters and the stalkers and the clickers. Okay, I get it. But it's not your typical horror trope where you have zombies in every episode. It's not your typical horror movie, horror show. It's not. You have to understand that there's a human side to this story.
Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
It's not your typical trope, apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic show. It's not. This right here was deep. Because he definitely lied to her face. And she trusts him no matter what. She trusts him.
And in that moment, you understand the depth.
I love when he carried her out, man. That's his daughter, man. He adopted her. It is what it is.
That's why the ending has to be the way it is. The ending
That's his
is
daughter.
something that people have been arguing about for over a decade. Should Joel
Man, I can't wait for season 2. Now, we're going to have to wait maybe a couple of years now before we get season 2. But these years are going by so fast. Before you know it, season 2 will be here already.
And we understand that Ellie would not have wanted.
By the end of this year, we're going to get House of the Dragon again. And then by the time that's done, this is about to drop. So I'm not even tripping.
Beautiful
that we have to wait so
The
long.
entire genre of video games.
By the
is
fall, they're gonna start
real
going into production, so I'm not even
I
tripping.
wanted to make the show in the first place.
God, this show is so good, man. HBO put out another banger, Ghost Nation. They really did. They put out another banger, and I am proud of this show. Like I said, I didn't finish playing the game, but every now and then I will come on YouTube and I'll watch the cutscenes, and now I could compare, and I loved it. It was fucking fantastic. What's his name? Craig Mazin, or whatever his name is, Neil Druckmann. They did a great job writing this show, directing this show. Like, fucking fantastic. And you feel it, man. I felt for every single character, from Tess to even Marlene. I felt for these characters and what they were trying to do. But Joel and Ellie, that chemistry cannot be broken, man. It just cannot. It was so good. So good, Ghost Nation. All right, Ghost Nation, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about this TV show. Do y'all think it's the greatest video game adaptation of all time? Me, I still put Mortal Kombat, the very first Mortal Kombat, above this, but this was so good. I was drawn in from start to finish. But this is a show. That Mortal Kombat movie that came out in 94, 95, I think it was 95, that was a movie. That was a 2-hour movie. We got 9 hours, 9 weeks of this episodic adventure, and it was fantastic, and I loved it, man. All right, Ghost Nation, like this video. Also, leave your comments down in the comment section. Also, subscribe to my channel. It will help out my channel and the algorithm on YouTube. Also, hit that post notification bell for your boy for all my latest and greatest videos that I'm going to drop for y'all. Doesn't matter what happens or where I'm at or what I'm doing. I'm going to try and bring y'all bangers after bangers. If I'm really invested in this show, I'm going to try and bring y'all bangers. If I don't do weekly episodic, after show, reviews, I'm going to try and bring y'all at least the season finale. I'm going to watch it straight through, and I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts. All right, Ghost Nation, I'm about to get up out of here. Until next time, I'm going to catch you in the next video. Ghost Rider out.